and now started the Facebook Live. So welcome everybody who's just joining in on the Zoom call, and those as you just start to find the video on the Facebook Live as well. Also hello to those people who find this on Facebook afterwards, who find the recording later on in the evening or in the next couple of days, and those people finding this on the YouTube channel as well. This is now getting shared onto the YouTube channel so people can catch up even if they're not on the Facebook groups and the Facebook pages. So welcome. I can see people just starting to arrive on here. Do say hello. Do say hello in the chat or on the comment section. Let us know where you're joining in from. And I've shared this event out a little bit further and wider this time, and put out a few more reminders and a few extra places. So if you've only just found out about this and you're joining for the first time this evening, do let us know in the comment section as well, and say hello to us there. If I do the scrolling across the screen, then I might start to get the bubbles as thumbs and things go up on one side, or the comments as they start to appear. Hopefully I'll be getting those now. Brilliant. Thanks those who are sending up the bubbles, sending up the thumbs and the hearts. I can see that. And brilliant, I can see the comments on there now as well. So hello those joining in from Scotland. Oh, got more people joining in on the Zoom call as well. Tonight is our journeying evening. We started at the beginning of the year we have these two sessions a month, holding one as a drumming circle and the other as a journeying evening. So tonight we're going to be journeying, and as we are tonight at the new moon, and the new moon is at that at its kind of its not at its fullest, at its newest, this evening at what will be 8 o'clock here. It's a perfect time for us to be connecting in with that energy for our journey tonight. So that will be what we'll be sharing this evening, as well as some drumming before and after to connect in and to give gratitude. And just connecting in as this circle spreading far and wide. More joining from Scotland. Hello in Edinburgh. Hello in Staining. Welcome those who are just joining in on the Zoom here as well. Do say hello. Do let us know where you're joining in from. It's might be the same all up and around the country, but it's a lovely evening here, so people might just be dragging themselves in from the lovely sunny evening, the lovely clear evening that we've got. But welcome all those people who are joining in from South Staffordshire, from Yorkshire. Really good to see you all. Super. With other friends joining in from Derbyshire. How wonderful. Excellent. We'll start in just a few minutes. It just gives it a little bit of time, particularly on the Facebook Live, for the notification to go up and for people to find the video. Also, in this point, it's useful if you've particularly, I share this in groups a lot, so a lot of people find this from different groups, but can they never find it on the evening. So if you've kind of found this in a group, or you've kind of seen about this in different groups that you're in, please do help out by clicking the share button in the corner and share that around as well, so that other people may be able to find it if they're not able to find their way to the page for this evening. And if you are someone who does scramble around to find it each fortnight when we're meeting, I think it should be as simple as if you're liking the page, if you're liking the Facebook page, then you should get a notification on it. Brilliant. So fantastic. Our regular friends joining from San Francisco, others joining in from Gateshead, more from Derbyshire and others from Cornwall, others joining in here from Essex. Fantastic. Fantastic. So welcome everybody, and hello everybody who's sending the hearts up on the side. Thanks for dropping in to say hello, Pat. Lovely to get your message. Hope you're keeping well. Hello those joining in from London. Fantastic. spreading the circle good and wide. And this evening, as I say, the sun won't quite have set, but it's a new moon, so it's not so much that we can see it anyway. But that time for the new moon tonight, sorry, the time for the new moon being at 8 o'clock, we'll see if we can kind of coordinate that and the energy of that moon and the particular magic of that moon for this time with 8 o'clock for our journey. So hi there, those joining in from Coventry. Hey there, Angela, talking about switching between Facebook and Zoom. I do know they're not here at the moment, but there is somebody who joins in on both. So they have one on the computer on the other side of the room and sit there typing in comments. I can see them here on the Zoom, but they're typing in comments on Facebook. I don't quite know how they do it, but everyone's getting very technical with all of this to stay connected with it. But you know, all of this technology in there for comments and for videos, and this ancient technology of the drum that's connecting us on this level in this circle out and around. It's quite fun and quite amazing to think kind of, you know, how much a part this has been for us in the last, what, 13, 14 months we must be now, since spring equinox when we started these last year. And yeah, a regular part of many people's month now, every fortnight here in this circle. Welcome those who are joining in. So great to see you there joining in from Kent, others from Aberdeen, from Dorset, from Lancaster. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, we're past 5 past, so let's start to make a start. Well, we are still arriving. What we'll do at the start here is just have a moment, as you know, we are just kind of sitting down at computers or getting everything set up. Let's just have a moment now where we can just center in, where we can ground and be really present right in that's from that center of ourselves, dropping out of our busy part of our head and down into a deeper part of ourselves. I have it scrambling around with the different screens at the start, so let's do this together. And if you do work with smudge herbs, this is a good chance to just grab those, if that's kind of the regular way, and the way that you are used to and know how to just clear away the stresses of the day, just to center at the start. Let's begin like that. But for everybody, I just invite everybody just to bring your attention to your breath. And as people just start to, or finish arriving maybe, all of us, just wherever we are, just getting comfortable in our seat and just taking a moment to bring our attention to our breath. And there's no need to do anything particularly fancy with it. Just take a moment just to notice that rhythm of your breath, to pay attention to the natural rhythm, or just the sensations of your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And notice the other parts of the breath as well as breathing in, that moment as you just hold the breath in your chest there. And then after the exhale, that little moment of stillness before the next breath. And just feeling that gentle cooling that there is around your body on the inhale, and that warming as you exhale. With the gentle rise and fall of your chest, and all of those sensations as your body just settles that little bit more into wherever you're seated. Just the breath being that doorway then into just that more centered space, from which we can feel in a little bit deeper. And if you work with visualizations, and this works for you with visualizations, see those roots of your tree body, your main body being your trunk, but those roots going out down from your feet, and see them going down into the earth, twirling and twisting as it pushes through the soil and the stones and the sand, touching the underwater streams as it pushes through the wet earth, right down deep into the earth, grounding you deeply. And from there, as you breathe in, just breathe in that connection from the earth below. Breathe in that grounding energy up through you. Feel that grounding coming up through your body as your trunk, and continuing that tree body upwards. See your branches going upwards, up to the sky, and exhale out through the branches. Drawing that earth energy up from the ground, and breathing outwards the sky for it to be caught by the gentle breeze, or the wild winds, whatever's blowing in wherever you are right now. And alternating that then as well with the next breath you take coming in from those branches. Breathing in from the sky, breathing in from the sun, from the new moon, and from all of the star nations, and drawing that light then down through your body, through your trunk, and out through the roots, connecting that all the way through, and then through the roots, up through the trunk and out through the branches, then in from the branches again. Just alternating that breath, bringing that connection right through you, through your centre, deeply grounded, connected to the healing energy of the earth, and deeply connected to the sky above, drawing in that light and guidance, connecting to that wisdom. Very much grounded to this plane and connected to the heavens above. And if you work with smudge herbs, as you release their incense, their aromas, hold in your mind also and in your heart a prayer to the plant spirits, honouring those plant spirits for their healing, for their cleansing, for helping to clear away the stresses of the day, for anything that you don't need to be carried away and lifted away by the smoke as it rises and as it washes over you. Right. Clear away all of those things that are weighing on your mind, all of those things that you're carrying on your shoulders, those weights, the butterflies in your stomach of nervousness or worry. Let it carry all of that away. So that you can be here now, present and centered. And in this space, as we connect together with the drum around the world, and as we connect together with the drum and with the world, with the earth, and tonight in particular with the energy and magic of the new moon. And so for the circle as a whole, I'll leave this smouldering and continuing to send up those prayers. And you may just, you can still see that in the background there on Facebook. You can, not quite on Zoom, but you're continuing to send up those prayers. And if it's anything like last week or a couple of weeks ago, if the room gets foggy, it's because, there's lots of prayers going out. It might be a little bit slower this evening, thankfully. Alright, well, welcome everybody who's arrived while we've just been grounding and centering. Do join in with that for yourself, and do take the time that you need with that for yourself. But all of us here, as we drop in from our head down to our heart, let's together send that call out from our heart to this earth beneath us, to the earth awakening into leaf and blossom and bloom. As we're now into May, all of the hawthorn that we celebrated back at Beltane not long ago in many places now, and in more places, especially those who are joining further up the country, really coming into bloom, and the leaves on the trees starting to unfurl, and all of that energy of the earth awakening and growing out in the land. So let's send that honour and welcome to the spirit of earth. Let us honour the spirit of the air, of our breath that we've began with in our grounding and centering, but also into those winds, those gentle breezes that help bring the new and help clear away the old. Let's honour the waters of the sacred springs, of the rivers and streams, of the mighty ocean, and all of those waters within us, and that energy of flow within us. Let's honour and acknowledge the spirit of water in this circle. You are very welcome here. And then let's honour the spirit of fire as we move into the summer half of the year. We honour the fire of the sun that warms the earth, that brings all of that abundance that there is in the earth, that shines well on into this evening. And we honour all of those fires in ourselves, those fires of illumination and of creativity and inspiration and of passion. And as well as the elements, it's called to and honour our guides and spirit allies, those that work with us and work through us, and those that hold us and support us, particularly as we journey. We ask you to come close, and we ask you to be here with us tonight. And we call to the ancestors, to those ancestors of our own bloodline that send their love and support and that continue to hold us. We honour the ancestors of this land and the ancestors of the first peoples of the land on which we are on. And we honour them for their wisdom and their strength, for everything that we can learn from them about how to live in better relationship, in greater balance with the earth around us and with the spirit within us. And we call to all of those healers and seers and keepers of the ancient craft. And we call to your wisdom, your strength and your guidance. And so for tonight, as we connect in with the spirit of the new moon in Taurus, we honour the moon. We honour her energy and her magic, her wisdom and her strength and her healing, and everything that she's able to share with us tonight as we look to deepen our connection, as we look to deepen our understanding and journey with that magic and with that strength. And so for all of the spirits of the north and the east and the south and the west, we ask this circle to be blessed. And to the earth below and sky above, fill this circle with purest love. Blessed be. Blessed be, Aho, Amen. Whatever's the right way for closing those prayers. Close them as is right for you. But yeah, this evening, as mentioned, our focus is going to be journeying, and I'll explain what we'll be doing with the journey, but it very much ties in with this new moon in Taurus, that reaches that newest point at 8 o'clock. So we'll look to be on our journeying ways then. But to continue with this opening and with this calling in that we've just had at the start here, our first round of drumming is as well a unity round as we do with the drumming circle, to connect in as a circle, but particularly it's a calling to your guides, it's a calling to your spirit allies and your power animals. It's calling to those spirit allies that work with you and support you, and feeling them close. And this first round of drumming, you may close your eyes, and you may be somebody who's quite visual and you might see things, so you may want to ask your spirit guide or your spirit ally to let you know that it's there by something visual, by something symbolic. It may be that you want to ask them to show that they're there with a feeling, and if you know your spirit guides and your spirit allies, it may be a kind of a sense of them that you recognize. So this first round of drumming here is really an addition to the calling in, but particularly calling in our guides and our spirit allies. So they're here and close, they're honoured, and we've drummed some love and some energy to them, ready for when we go on the journey shortly. So do grab your drums if you have them. If you're joining without a drum, let that drum beat in your chest there do the drumming for you. I can see just some people grabbing their drums quickly in the video there. So every round of drumming, when we do rounds of drumming, I consider all of them a prayer, and we get a lot from the drum of its healing that it gives us, what it stirs and what it shifts and what it moves within us, what it connects us to, but as well for the energy that is built up with it and goes on out. With this round of drumming, with all rounds of drumming, we give a dedication to it, and this round of drumming, we do it to honour and call to our guides and spirit allies. as those drum beats just settle down and just get absorbed into your body there. Just deepen your breath that little bit just to bring yourself back. Just breathe your energy and your awareness into your fingertips and your toes. Maybe moving your body in your seat just a little bit. Moving your feet, moving your fingertips and your toes, and looking around the room. All of these things just to help bring yourself back. All important tools for the walking between the worlds and having control of moving in and out of that space. Let us know when you're back. I can see the faces on the Zoom screen there, so I can see people returning there, but on the Facebook Live, send up a bubble or give us a thumb or a heart, or let us know in the comments that you're back. And let us know, everybody, in the comments in the chat how you're doing and how that round of drumming was at the start there, how you're feeling after that round of drumming. Sometimes it's after the first round of drumming that you feel that you've really arrived. People got happy drums by the look of it, singing beautifully today. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thanks everybody who's letting us know that you're back with sending up the bubbles and the hearts. That's fantastic. Lots of people say, well, someone's just said serene, and the next person saying that they fell asleep with that. Fantastic. It's helping after a busy day. Others saying feeling grounded. Others saying hypnotic. Powerful connection. Yeah, managed to put the day behind me. Yeah, that first round of drumming just to really arrive. Excellent. That's what we needed. Feeling great. Feels that was powerful. Yeah, powerful call to all of those guides to come in and stand close, and you feel the difference then when they're there. Some people may have strong connections with their guides and recognise that feeling of them being there, and others may be newer in connecting with their guides, and so that's just feeling the power and the presence of it. Brilliant. Others saying connected. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. So, as I said, we're going to be doing a journey this evening, and I'm going to look to try and get the time coinciding, so we are in that journey space just before 8 o'clock, when the new moon kind of reaches that newest point. So I'm going to talk a little bit about explaining what we're going to be doing for the journey, and as well, to do with how we're going to tie the intention and the focus for the journey into this with the new moon. So I'll go into that all in just a minute. Others talking about the journey, or the round of drumming that we've just done. The echo harmonics were beautiful. This drum is really quite resonant, and I'm here on the Facebook Live going through my phone, and I'm on Zoom through the computer. And as people kind of often pick up, there's a difference in the sound that comes through it. I think that the phone, I can't remember the term, does something with the sound, balances the sound as it goes through there. Whereas through here, it goes through whichever mic it is that you get. So it might end up being kind of a little bit kind of buzzy or intense on here when you're hearing the harmonics. I hope it was okay on the Zoom call there for you, and I'll try and keep the drum, okay, thumbs up, I'll try and keep the drum angled so it doesn't get too intense, in particular for the journey, because you're not balancing that out with the sound of your own drum. But yeah, I'll talk in just a moment about the journey we're going to do this evening. That's excellent. So with the journey, for those who are new to journeying, What we'll do with the round of drumming is you'll put your drums down if you are drumming normally, and you'll just get yourself comfortable, whether that's seated or lying down. You may want to turn the lights down in the room. You may want to lay something over your eyes. Don't panic to do this just yet, because we've got a little while before we start, but I'm just kind of setting the scene and explaining what we'll be doing. And for it, I will be drumming the beats on my drum, and by holding the intention, which I'll talk about in just a moment, holding the intention for the journey in your mind and listening to the sound of the drum, you'll go on a visual, experiential journey into your own inner landscape to go and connect with whatever guidance or wisdom that you're needing to connect with in answer to the question that we're focusing on. And I will just keep the drum beat going for that sort of 10, 12 or so minutes for you to go on that inner journey landscape, to go and connect with that as you need to. And throughout that, for most of that time, for when you're going into the journey and when you're there kind of connecting with the answer to the question and the intentions, I will be drumming the journeying beat. And I'll keep that going for the for the majority of the 10 or so minutes. That will change at the end to let you know that we're bringing it to an end. So it's a callback to let you know that we're bringing it to an end and to bring you back. The journeying beat will stop, and then I'll give 4 beats of 4. And that's a signal to you that we're coming up to the end, but it's also a chance for you to say your thank yous for anything you've experienced during that journey, to gather up anything that you've been given, and to start to make your way back. And the drum beat will pick up faster and faster and faster and faster to help propel you back at the end of the journey. What we're going to be focusing in on tonight for this journey is related to the particular energy of this new moon that we have now. The focus and the magic around the new moon at the moment is a very kind of earthy, grounding new moon. I'm apologise if I keep on saying full moon. It's new moon. I'm sure I'm going to get tongue-tied with it at some point and say full moon. But it's very much to do with our long-term goals and grounding our long-term goals. And so what seems very, very fitting for this journey is what we would call doing an upper world journey, and going to that upper world, which is generally connected or generally associated with these bigger picture, kind of the long-term plan, seeing things in the kind of the macro, in the bigger picture. And connecting up there with a guide who is going to give us some guidance or give us a gift in connection with our long-term goals. And, you know, when I say long-term goals, there may be kind of something that's related to that for you that comes up. Oh yeah, this is what I'm wanting to do this year, or this is my plan for the next few years. This is where I'm looking to be going kind of forward with things in my life. And there may be something in and around that where you're wanting to connect in with some guidance. This new moon in Taurus, being very earthy, it's a time to really ground those long-term visions. And so with that, what I suggest is that we hold the intention that we are going to receive something, that we're going to be given something, an object, that can act like some sort of seed, like a seed that we can bring back here to the physical and ground in the physical world here from that journey space, to bring that particular guidance or that blessing for these long-term goals back to here and now. And that will very much be working with that energy of the new moon that we are in at the moment, but focusing on whatever your own long-term goals are and what your long-term kind of hopes and dreams and visions are for yourself, and connecting in with that wisdom and that energy. To talk you through a bit about what we'll be doing with the journey is, as I said, it's a visual, it's often a visual experience. For a lot of people it's a very visual thing. For some people it's more felt or sensed. But the suggestions that I'll give you at the start for going into the journey, to kind of set the stage for the journey as you go in, is something that you can visualize. And when for that we'll use a tree. And if you've been on these previously, we've used a tree and we've gone down through the roots. For this one, we'll be doing an upper world journey. So we'll be going up the tree and up through the branches. And I think I've talked us into the journeys in the past, so I may do that again on this one this evening. But yeah, what we'll be doing is just settling and grounding and going up the tree, up the branches, up further and further and further. And then you arrive where you arrive. And the landscape that you arrive in is not somewhere where I'm going to describe for you. It's not something I'm going to ask you to imagine. You will arrive where you will arrive. And it may be crystal clear, or it may be bitty. A good tip, or kind of what I tend to suggest to people to do, is start to look around and to try and get a bit more of a sense, and to kind of be curious about what's over in different directions. But when you arrive in that space with the intention in your mind that you're looking for guidance with your long-term goals, and connecting with the energy of the moon with this, but it's for guidance for your long-term goals, you will arrive and you'll meet a spirit guide who's there to help you with that and to give you some direction and guidance. And as I say, with the hope that you'll receive something that when there's the call back at the end, you'll be able to bring on back with you. So that's the plan for this evening. I will run through it again in just a moment, but yeah, familiarity with journeys. As you work with journeys more, you get a bit more familiar with going into and out of these spaces. And for the how and whys, you would journey to different spaces and different worlds within the inner landscape. I'll use this time to mention, if you're on the Facebook one, if you're wanting to kind of do more with journeying, the course that I put together, it's a pre-recorded course last year on shamanic journeying, guides you through it in detail over a series of weeks. I think it goes over 5 weeks or 4 or 5 weeks, with lots of videos, lots of exercises, lots of explanation, so that you can kind of deepen your practice with that, for whether you're using journeys for guidance or for healing, or whatever you're looking to be kind of connecting in with. So you've got a kind of a strong familiarity and confidence in using the journeys in a way where you can continue to work with the journey as part of your regular practice. So if you're looking to kind of build your confidence with that, or you enjoy what we do on these evenings on the second Tuesday of the month and are wanting to kind of go a bit further with that, the details of that course is in the blurb above the Facebook one, and also the new course that is starting tomorrow. There's less than 24 hours left to sign up, because I will need to close enrolment kind of late afternoon tomorrow. But we've got the Spirit of the Drum course, which is a more broader look over 4 weeks at different ways of working with the drum, particularly looking at connecting with and working with your drum as a spiritual tool. So not just something nice that we pick up and it feels really relaxing when we play. It's looking at how we can deepen our relationship with the spirit of the drum in order to work more deeply with it and be able to kind of go further with our work with the drum, whether that's for healing, whether that's for journeying, whether that's for working out on the land. So that's starting tomorrow evening, and it runs over 4 weeks. And again, the details for that one is in the blurb above the Facebook Live video. We will be doing a bit on journeying on there as well. But obviously the 5-week journeying course goes into more depth. It's specifically journeying that you're looking to explore. But for tonight's journey, where are we time-wise? Yeah, that works all right time-wise. Just click that. Excellent. Okay, so that works all right time-wise. Let's get ready to focus in on tonight's journey. Our intention for this journey tonight is to journey to the upper world and to connect with a guide for guidance and wisdom, and for a gift related to our long-term goals. And I'll talk us through at the start, and then the drumming will begin, and I'll let you know with a callback when we're starting to make our way back. And so I can see people on Zoom already starting, but those joining in on Facebook as well, take a moment just to get comfortable where you are. Take a moment just to settle in your seat. You may want to pop an extra cushion up for yourself. You may want to pull a blanket over yourself. You may want to close the curtains and turn the lights down a little bit. As we get ready for this journey to the upper world, to connect with guidance and a gift to help us with our long-term goals, our long-term visions. And so as you settle and relax wherever you are, just take a moment just to bring your attention to your breathing. There's no need to change it or affect it in any way. Just notice that rhythm of your breath as it comes in, as it goes out. Those spaces between the inhale and the exhale. When you breathe in, that moment just as you hold the air in your lungs, and then as you breathe out, that little moment of stillness before the next breath. And allowing each breath just to settle your body and relax you just that little bit deeper into wherever you're sitting or laying. And holding that intention in your mind and in your heart for this journey to the upper world, to connect with that wisdom and guidance and gift for your long-term goals. I want you to see in your mind's eye your feet standing on the grass, and just seeing the colour of those blades of grass, and seeing as they move gently in the breeze, feeling that breeze across your skin. And as you look up, you see in front of you a tree. It may be a tree that you know. It may be a tree that you're familiar with. It may be a tree that you've met before as your doorway into the journeys. But this tree is your way between the worlds. This tree's roots go deep into the ground, deep into the earth, into worlds beneath this one. And its branches reach high up into the sky, up into the heavens, up into worlds above this one. And with that guardianship of our guides, for them close to us, let us hold that message, let's hold that intention in our mind and in our heart for this journey. As you go over to the tree, I want you to kind of lean against and stand against the tree. And just slowly feel yourself being welcomed into it. Feel yourself going into the trunk of the tree. And as you're there inside, within the hollows of it, we're going to journey now to the upper world. Journeying up now through the branches. Up across the branches, higher and higher. Going up as those branches twist and spiral towards the heavens, further and further and further. Holding that intention in your mind and in your heart. Letting the drumbeat carry you up those branches higher and higher. Keep on going until you arrive in a landscape, wherever you arrive. To connect with this guidance and gift for your long-term goals. And I wish you a happy journey. Again, just deepening the breath there as the drum beat brings you back from that upper world, back down from the branches, all the way down, back to having your feet on the grass, your feet on the earth. And bringing yourself back to this space again with your breath. Just deepen that breath down to your belly. Down to your belly, down to your fingertips and your toes. Giving those fingertips and toes just a move now. Moving your body wherever you're sitting and laying, just to really feel all of your body back here. Feeling yourself in your body. And if you haven't already opened your eyes, do open them, have a look around. Have a look around the room. Really bring yourself back to this space. And just know that your breath is one of the best tools for that. Just a good deep breath. Just to really bring yourself back to here and now. And it's good in these moments, if you've got a bit of pen and paper nearby, just to jot down any notes from your journey, particularly if there was some guidance in relation to those long-term goals, or if there was something in particular you were given as a gift. And what I would often do with this, when it's to do with bringing back a gift, as I said, it may be something like a seed that is to grow now for these goals. I would sometimes say to people to get that into a stone and put that energy of that gift into a stone and go and place out on the land, or go and pop that into some seeds and go and plant them. Or if you have an altar in your house and there's something that represents earth on there, just going to that and putting it in your hands, just to put that energy of that gift in there. Blow it in maybe, is one option. Or there may be somewhere appropriate, it seems, for you to put it, whether it's a sacred tool or a sacred object, an altar item. But yeah, bringing back that wisdom for yourself. Do let us know on Facebook there when you're back. Let us know either with a thumb or with a heart, and let us know in the comments there how you're doing from your journey. It's up to you if you want to give any of the detail of your journey. I often say journeys are personal, and you may want to kind of keep those two closely to yourself, especially while you're processing what you experience. But if you're wanting to share, please feel free to in the comment section. Excellent. I've seen a whole load of bubbles go up, so thanks to those people letting us know that you're back from the journey. If you're still feeling a little bit spacey from journeys, and it can take a little while, do really focus in on those things for grounding and centering. Deepen your breath right down to your belly. And do that a few times. Get the oxygen really right back in you. Moving your shoulders, moving your fingertips and your toes. Find something in the room that's eye-catching and that's pretty to look at in your room, and just look at that and focus on that for a moment. Really bring yourself back into the space. Great, thanks to people who are letting us know that you're back from the journey. I can see on Zoom people are writing. I hope people on Facebook, if you have a chance to, you're able just to jot down some details there. And the journey of the language of journeys is often kind of very symbolic and in metaphor. It's one of the things on the course that we look at, is how to interpret the meaning in journeys and how to understand what the meaning is. But it's something where you might sit there and it may not immediately make sense, and then once you've sat back from it, it may start to be a little bit clearer for you. If there is anything that you're wanting to talk about in relation to your journeys, do feel free to send a message on the Facebook page and ask, and I'll be happy to kind of talk to you about your experience if there's anything you're wanting a bit of understanding about. But excellent. Thanks those who are just writing on there. Just what I needed. Super powerful. I'm standing in the way of that message. I feel so much more at peace and so much wisdom. Brilliant. That wisdom is just a few drum beats away, and you know, either up or down the tree, it's not far away. And the journey and journeying is such a powerful practice for being able to recenter, reconnect with yourself, with your strength, with your power, and connecting with that wisdom and that guidance. So really, really powerful practice, and really glad that people have been able to connect in with that tonight. Super. How are you doing on Zoom there? You able to give us a hello? Jazz hands. Excellent. Excellent. There's jazz hands in the dark in the bottom right there as well. Could just see them with the blue glow. Wonderful. And if you're on Facebook, let us know as well with a message. There's a number of you have messaged, but with a message or with a thumb or a heart, just let us know that you're back. That's excellent. So we have another round of drumming that we'll do in just a moment, and that is going to be a gratitude round, and send those prayers of gratitude to those guides that have come to give us that guidance and gift this evening. Excellent. Very nice chilled journey. There's something about the energy it was seen this evening, because the first round of drumming was actually quite an intense rhythm, and a number of people commented on how relaxing and serene it was. You know, so there's something kind of more relaxed with it there. So I'm glad people are carrying that into the journey. But yeah, it was quite a powerful, intense rhythm nonetheless. Excellent. Yeah, so before we do the last round of drumming, I think I've given the main notices. Tomorrow is the start of the Spirit of the Drum course, and so if you're wanting to join us on that, the kind of enrolment will close mid-afternoon here tomorrow, just so I can send a last-minute message out to everybody with the details for how to join. It's on the Ancient Roots, ancientroots.thinkific.com. It's on there for signing up and registering. That runs over the next 4 weeks, starting tomorrow night. The journeying course, if it's specifically journeying you're wanting to go deeper with, that's all a pre-recorded course. All of those classes are there that you can watch in your own time and kind of go at in your own pace. The next week's worth of classes come a week after you've done, you know, how does it work? So every week a whole load of new classes become available so that you can begin working with those. But you really can work with those at your own pace. You can rewind and kind of go back and go, what the hell was he on about for the last couple of minutes on that one? And there's the journeys there recorded that you can do a couple of times if needs be, just to kind of connect in with those. That one is, the link is on the Facebook bit as well, but that one is available on the Ancient Roots course pages as well. The other thing coming up is on Monday evening. Sacred Earth Activism has its first Earth Talk. We have Bill Pfeiffer from Sacred Earth Network coming to give us a talk to do with inner and outer activism. So the work that we need to be doing on the inside and within ourselves, along with what we do outside in order to create change and bring around change. So that's on Monday evening. I'll pop a link on the Facebook comment section for that one as well, for where to sign up. That's just a donation to sign up and join us for that talk. You get to be in part of the Zoom audience, and we'll have a kind of a good question and answer section for that. If you are a member on Sacred Earth Activism, you have access for free. So there is, in the members section, there is a button just to click and join the meeting for that. So all the information for that is on sacredearthactivism.org. It's all one word, sacredearthactivism.org. But I'll pop a link in the comment section as well after this. I think that is all the notices. The donations link. If people are in a position to and wanting to give donations, they're gratefully received. It helps kind of cover these evenings while I can't be doing them out in public and out in groups at the moment. We may soon be able to do it practically. Physically, I'm not quite able to get back out there still. But yeah, the link for the donations is paypal.me/Heron Drums, and that's on the Facebook blurb. So if you're able to and wanting to, yeah, they're very much appreciated, and that's the place to do it. But I think that is all of the notices. We will be back here at the end of the month for the drumming circle on the 25th. So it's the last Tuesday of the month this time. Next month we'll be doing the journeying circle on the 8th of June, and then the drumming circle is scheduled for the 22nd of June. That is likely to be just on Facebook Live and not on Zoom on the 22nd. Reason being is it might be coming live from somewhere outdoors. I will give more details nearer the time when it's confirmed, but for the regular Zoomers, it will be on Facebook, that one. So I hope you're still able to join us for that one there in June. We've got a little way to go, and there's plenty of chance for me to kind of give you kind of confirmations and updates on that one. But yeah, the next time we'll be here for the drumming circle will be the 25th of May for this month. But yeah, I think that's all of the notices. And so to round off this session with a round of drumming, to round off this evening with a round of drumming, let's pick up our drums again and drum for gratitude. And that may be for the particular guide that gave you guidance during that journey. It may be for the guides that journey with you, those spirit allies that journey with you. It may be for your drum. There may be a whole load of other things that you're connecting with, giving gratitude here. But as we've called in on those energies to be with us and hold us in that journey and to give us that guidance and that gift, let's close with gratitude for them. So as the drum beats ripple out, let them carry that prayer of gratitude. That gratitude for the guidance and wisdom and the gifts that you've connected with this evening. That gratitude to all of the elements of the earth and the air, of the waters and of the fires. That gratitude to all of those unseen that work with us and that weave their energy and their magic in and throughout everything that we do and everything that we have experienced and connect with tonight. That wisdom of the ancestors, that strength and love of the ancestors, and our gratitude to the spirits of the drums, these drums that continue to sing their songs to help us connect so deeply within and beyond ourselves. So for all this and more, let's give our heartfelt thanks and gratitude. Let's all say thank you, thank you, thank you. And blessed be. And thanks very much everybody for joining us on here again and for sharing this circle with us again, spreading far and wide, holding this space for one another so that we can connect in here with the drum, with this land, and tonight with that sacred magic of the new moon and all of her blessings and her gifts. So yeah, thank you all, and look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow, some of you maybe on Monday, and others of you on the 25th for the next one of these evenings. So in one or other of those places, or until I see you next again, all the best and take care.